Well, I have to say this movie is much better than the last movie Meryl Streep did when she was singing. Ricki and the Flash, directed by Jonathan Demme, is the new movie that Meryl Streep is doing where she's singing. Much better movie than Mamma Mia. But this is not the movie where she's going to get the complimentary Oscar nomination that she gets every year. No, that movie is going to be the women's rights movie that she's going to be doing with Carey Mulligan and Helen Bonham Carter, which is coming out, I believe, in a couple months. This movie I think she's doing mostly for fun. The movie stars Meryl Streep as a rock singer named Ricki Rendoza, and her real name is Linda. I don't know what her last name is. She prefers to go by her stage name. She's been singing for a long time, but the popularity of her band, The Flash, has fizzled out, and they are now only singing at this bar, and she and her band are not making much money. So to make ends meet, Ricki is working as a cashier at Total Foods supermarket. It's funny that the supermarket in this movie is called Total Foods. Obvious that this movie couldn't get the rights to call it Whole Foods. I guess they couldn't get a sponsorship from Whole Foods, so hey, let's call it Total Foods instead. But you know that's what this supermarket's referring to with what supermarket chain in real life. It's Whole Foods. Ricki gets a call from her ex-husband Pete, played by Kevin Kline. Pete is calling to tell Ricki that their daughter, Julie, played by Marie Gummer, is going through a divorce. Apparently her husband Max has left her for another woman. She's all a wreck and staying with Pete until she can get back up on her feet. She's going through therapy, being paid for by Pete's present wife, Maureen, played by Audrey McDonald. Pete feels that if Ricki comes by to visit for a while, since Ricki is the biological mother, and they reconnect, maybe that'll help put Julie back up on her feet and get her self-confidence back and make her feel better about herself and everything, and help her get over this divorce. So Ricki decides to go away for a while to see her daughter and reconnect with her family, which she's been away from for a very long time, ever since her family were kids, ever since her 3 kids were children, and now they're all grown up, they're all adults, and she hasn't seen them through those years. She's been away doing her singing career, while Pete's present wife, Maureen, has been the one raising them the whole time and filling the gap that Linda left, or Ricki, whatever you like to call her by. So when Ricki comes back and is trying to mend things with her daughter and help her daughter get back up on her feet, she meets up with Maureen, and their points of view tend to clash because Maureen feels that Ricki's overstepping her bounds when Ricki takes Julie out to get her hair done and something else which I don't want to spoil, because Julie had to miss one session of therapy which Maureen's paying for so she could get her hair done. But then again, getting her hair done is just as helpful for her as going through any therapy session, because it helps give her self-confidence, and her new look will make her feel better about herself. So I think Maureen was being a little bit unappreciative at that when she got mad about that, but whatever. And when Ricki meets up with her other 2 children, her oldest son, played by Sebastian Stan, Josh, who is engaged, and his fiancée is played by Haley Gates Emily, and her younger son, played by Nick Westrait, Adam, who is gay. She has to reconnect with them as well, and they have some animosity towards her because how long she's been away, and the fact that she's coming back after all these years, and she hasn't been there as a mother. And this is a really, really good movie. I really did like this movie. Meryl Streep is great, and I love it when she's singing songs from the 80s that I grew up with, like Drift Away, American Girl by Tom Petty, and a lot of other great songs. She sings a Bruce Springsteen song in the movie, and I loved it because I grew up with much of the music that she's singing, rock songs from the 70s and 80s. That's great. I like how she's trying to relate with her children now all grown up, and her relationship with her daughter is the main center of the movie, and that's really good. The relationship she has with her lead guitarist, played by the singer Rick Springfield, that is very cool. is very nice. They have great chemistry, and one of the things with that relationship is that she is not ready to commit, so the relationship is not totally exclusive, even though he wants to be in a committed relationship with her. So I did like how they were working that out. And the negatives of this movie. The negatives are that some of the drama in this movie feels a little bit forced. The other negative of this movie is the fact that Ricki is a conservative and is very proud of her politics. She talks a lot about how much she loves the country in a conservative way, and when she's singing, and is very outspoken about political views, and that's fine. If to make the character conservative, but you don't have to put politics into this movie that much. I mean, I came to this movie to see Meryl Streep playing a character where she's reconnecting with her family she's been away from for a very long time, and there's no need to make it so political. I felt how much politics was put into this movie was a bit much. It doesn't matter whether she was going to be a progressive or conservative. It's just the fact that politics were in this movie that was a bit much, and I felt it was a little bit too heavy with that. But aside from that, this is a really good movie, and I really did like it. I'm going to give this movie a B. Definitely check this movie out.